Welcome to Season 3, Episode 7, Choice Beyond Logic, Awe and the Self That Shrinks. The truth is, sometimes the most powerful way to feel infinite is to feel small. Think of the night sky, a canyon so wide it silences thought, a piece of music that makes your skin shiver. Science calls it awe, and awe does something rare. It shrinks the self and expands everything else. But what really happens when the self shrinks? The science of awe. Psychologists Keltner and Hedit in 2003 define awe as an emotional response to something vast that transcends your current understanding of the world and requires accommodation, meaning your brain has to stretch to take it in. The core elements of awe are a perception of vastness. It could be physical, like seeing the Grand Canyon, or conceptual, the idea that blows your mind, or even social, meeting someone profoundly inspiring. The need for accommodation. Your existing mental models can't fully explain it, so the nervous system reorganizes, opening to something new. Physiology and how awe affects it. Awe reduces activity in the default mode network, the brain's self-referral me center, quieting the ego and self-focus. It increases the vagal tone, lowering stress and inflammation. People in awe report time expansion, that time slows down. They report increased prosocial behavior and even a stronger connection to community. Awe shrinks the self, but expands awareness. It creates a paradoxical feeling of being small, yet you feel infinite. It's both humbling and empowering, dissolving control, but opening to freedom. Truth is, awe isn't just an emotion. It's a biological invitation to dissolve the self, expand perspective, and remember that freedom begins where ego ends. Another study found awe expanded people's sense of connectedness and made them feel more likely to help strangers. Here's a question. If awe isn't just an emotion, maybe it's the biology of loosening the grip on the ego? What does that mean for our ego? Awe versus control. Scarcity narrows vision. Gratitude widens it. But awe dissolves it. When awe shrinks the self, the chatter quiets. The I, the me, the mine, it all fades. In brain scans, awe reduces activity in the default mode network, the region tied to self-referral thought. The deeper reality is awe suspends control. And in that suspension, a new kind of choice emerges. Here's a practical experience. Let's test that awe in real time. Think of a moment when you felt small in the best possible way. When looking at a mountain, experiencing a storm, a cathedral, a birth, or even a song. Let your body remember that sensation. That's your signal. Now ask, what story did that moment tell me about myself? Maybe it was, I'm a part of something bigger, or I don't have to hold it all, or simply, this is vast and I belong to it. See how the story shifts in awe. It moves from I to we. Now breathe in, and on the exhale, imagine expanding your awareness a few feet beyond your body. Like your edges soften, like your presence spills outward. This is awe as a nervous system reset. Not to erase the self, but to remind you that your self was never the whole story. It's something more vast. And if yourself expands that vastness, what does it mean for your truth? The truth. The truth is, our culture worships the big self, the bigger houses, the bigger titles, the bigger platforms. But the awe flips the script. It whispers that the self is not the center. And when the self shrinks, fear softens, stress drops, and connection expands. Science shows awe changes how we spend money, how we treat strangers, even how we perceive time. It doesn't change perspective, it rewires it. So here's the question to carry with you today. If awe can dissolve the self in one moment, what else might reveal about that freedom? Next time, we'll dive into the body's hidden safety switch, neuroception, and why free will may only exist in a nervous system that feels safe. Until then, remember, the smaller self becomes, the bigger the world feels. And that's where freedom lives.